It's me again, I guess. So today I just heard something that kind of woke me up. Uh, I've been struggling to find anything that would help me in achieving my goals, meaning that I have to decide on which path to take. So, um, so there was this guy. I don't know. Maybe it was a podcast. I think it was a podcast. So he said, give yourself the time, give yourself to heal, improve, or something. The same amount of time you give yourself to destroy yourself. And it kind of, I'm kind of gonna take his advice on this. It took me 6 years of wallowing in misery to where I am now, from 17 years old, 17, 18 years old to where I am now, 23, 20, almost 24. And today is June 24. It's currently 5:11 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah, I'm going to give myself that chance to improve, to be better. You know, I'm recording this video just so that it can be a starting point for me. And keeping myself accountable as of day by day. And well, I've been struggling with a lot of bad habits, and I've decided to one of them, which I have been struggling with for over, I don't know, 12 years, maybe. Yeah. um so I've been I'll talk about it when I think it's time, but not now. But when the occasion arises, it's I have to kind of work out to build my body when that feeling arises. That's kind of what I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to be physically healthy as well as mentally, as well as financially. But I think the financial part fixes my mental health more than anything else. It's not the money that's kind of, you know, giving me all this headache. It's about where I want to be in life and how much, a lot of people have sacrificed it, and how much I want to repay them. So those are kind of my motivation in make trying to make it, trying to you know fight for what I want. That's why the finance thing is kind of giving me a mental run for my money, kind of mosquito. Um, yeah, yeah, that's mostly it. So I kind of try to compile kind of list of my options currently where I am, and that's I have also compiled where I want to be. I don't know if you can see it. The camera is bad, so maybe later on. But I compiled a list of things that I can do right now, which is dispatching, which I have. gain the knowledge by getting a job. So getting a job is one of those things everybody should do, because dispatching has never even crossed my mind. I didn't even know this job existed. Uh, but you know, so dispatching. Then there's reselling stuff that I buy. Um, then there's this gig that I really don't like, that I have to do just to keep the lights on. Instagram model, Instagram models, lead generation for this guy that I know. It's kind of tiring. It's not a tiring job. It pays well. I get paid the same day, but it's kind of, I don't know what to say. It earns me money, so I'll just keep it there for now. Um, I can do YouTube and TikTok as I'm doing right now, but I'm so kind of rigid when it comes to voiceovers, and I'm kind of shy when it comes to camera, because this is the quality I'm getting. So yeah, that's an option I'm trying to get into, but I need some work. I need to get some work done in that area. I'm really good at mentoring and tutoring, not in actual subjects. I'm really not good at school. I am pretty much, you know, run of the mill high school, not a high school dropout, but a college dropout. Uh, I'm not that smart, so, but I can explain things clearly, uh, you know, more efficiently, because I dumb it down to my level, because I am, yeah, yeah, a bit. It's easier for me to say that mentoring is kind of a skill that I gained by trying to dumb things down to my level, I guess. Cooking. I honestly like cooking, but I don't. Sorry, I like cooking, but I don't like cooking. I cook because I enjoy the food I eat, but currently, because of my cooking and because of my uh, me being this bum, I have gained a lot of weight. And you know, the thing you see here is just a bit. You may not think this is fat, but I am kind of chubby, and that's something. And crypto, I am into crypto, but it's I know a bit of crypto, more so than the average person, but I cannot be, someone that can be, like I don't know, like something like someone, I don't know. And that's basically it. There are two things that I didn't mention, but well, I didn't include them because they're just in tasty phases. But uh, these are my only current options, and what I did today is trying to decide on which two things that I should push. And what I've came up with is dispatching and resale. Reselling would kind of fuel the dispatching, and the dispatching would generate me a constant income. But in a sense, the dispatching would be rigorous, as I have to work almost after midnight in my country, and there's a lot of heat that I'm going to get because I'm in a foreign country. But if I get a great clientele and a constant a constant what was the word? A constant income of uh, a constant flow of customers, clients, I could actually make it work. And then after, I can do a lot of things that I have in mind. But for now, the only thing that I have in mind is dispatching. That's the only path I see. Uh, I didn't. Uh, I didn't decide this lightly. But if this dispatching didn't work by the end of my year, which is by September, I would have to find another job, find another things to do. That's the only option for me. Why I'm pushing so desperately for dispatching is because at the beginning of the year, not beginning of the year, but the previous year, I've kind of made a promise to myself that for one whole year, I'm going to do one job. I get hired by somebody or so on and so forth. I didn't keep that promise, but the one thing that I'm going to keep is that I am going to, still keep doing the dispatching thing until the end of, sorry, the beginning of September. So September 1. After that, if the dispatching thing doesn't generate me income, I would cease all operations immediately. Maybe put it on hiatus. I think hiatus. Put it on pause. Um, and then try to do other things. And when I have generated a certain amount of income, I can revisit this with a kind of hearty welcome. But for now, I'm doing dispatching as well as reselling. The reselling part is going to be done from morning until around noon or 1-ish. And then I'm going back home and start my job as a dispatcher. And it's gonna be difficult for me for a couple of months or a couple of not a couple of years. By year 1 or by the 6 month mark, I will I will uh, reassess everything, try to do this and that, not switch from one idea to another, reassess where I am at as a dispatcher and so on and so forth. But that's what I've kind of been at lately and where I'm currently at um, in the mindset area. Uh, so I think tomorrow morning I'm going to start working out. I've already cleaned half of the living room today, and I'm going to repeat this cycle and giving myself a single win every single day. And today I have compiled over 600 lists of companies, but I have to check every single company for uh, if they are operational or not. As a lot of trucking companies go bankrupt in the early stages, and if they have actually lasted for this long, they may have already a dispatcher hired, or they dispatch their own, or something else. But I will try to find a gap to squeeze in and get one client. That's my goal. And if I get that one client, I can move forward in my business expansions. Yeah. I can hire people and so on and so forth so that I'm not the only earner in my dispatching company. And currently, the problem I'm facing is that I don't have a presence in the United States. So after I'll try to do some reselling stuff and reinvest that money I earn from reselling to back to the dispatching. and I'll create the company and so on and so forth. And yeah, my vision is in the 6 years I wasted, I'm going to build myself from the ground up from today, June 24, 2026, and in 6 years that would be around um June 24, 2032, 2032. And that's the age where I'll be, I think, 30. I'm fine with that because I've wasted most of my time, doing a lot of stupid stuff. I could have had all of this before I am 25, but you know, all in all, no, all in all, I do this. So yeah, that's what I'm currently at. 16 minutes of me rambling. So yeah, thank you for starting your journey with me. Uh, and this. So bye.